Welcome to Middleway News. We provide the latest news highlights and summaries each day to give you a quick snapshot of what's happening today and why. Here is the latest news and breaking news for the U.S. and the world today.
The Supreme Court will hear oral arguments today in a case over abortion pill mifepristone that could not only have far-reaching implications for women's access to abortions, but also affect the FDA's power to regulate all drugs. Boeing, U.S. tech companies, Apple, Meta Platforms, Google parent Alphabet and markets are all making headlines. Of note, Boeing CEO is stepping down, EU investigations into tech giants, and stock market fluctuations. The trial opens for Do Kwon accused of defrauding people who bought a cryptocurrency. Also, WeWork co-founder and former CEO Adam Neumann recently offered to buy the bankrupt co-working company for more than $500 million. The Biden administration hit alleged Chinese hackers with sanctions and criminal charges, while the UK accused Beijing of hacking its electoral register. Also, Florida passed a law prohibiting people under 14 years old from having social media accounts. Updates from the baseball world, the NFL, and Spotify. Also, Anguilla enjoys financial benefits from their .ai internet domain, and Elon Musk's lawsuit against a digital hate watchdog group is tossed out.
Homes of hip-hop mogul Sean Combs, also known as Diddy, were raided by the Department of Homeland Security agents in connection with a sex trafficking investigation. The raids came after several recent civil lawsuits accusing Combs of sexual assault, including one by singer Cassie. Combs has rejected all accusations.
Boeing chief Dave Calhoun will step down at year-end amid the aircraft maker's crisis over product quality. Leaders of some of the biggest U.S. tech companies are getting extraordinary paydays thanks to restricted stock and stock options that rose with their employers' share prices. The European Union launched investigations into Apple, Meta Platforms, and Google parent Alphabet under the bloc's sweeping new digital competition law. U.S. stocks retreated for a second straight session, with the S&P 500 and Nasdaq both losing 0.3% and the Dow Industrials falling 0.4%. Digital World Acquisition Corp., the shell company that's merging with Donald Trump's Truth Social and will begin trading under its new ticker DJT today. It popped after Trump got good news from a New York appeals court. Ericsson will cut around 1,200 jobs in Sweden as the telecom equipment company adjusts to a lower volume environment.
The UN Security Council approved a resolution calling for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza after the U.S. allowed it to pass by abstaining, prompting Israel to withdraw from scheduled high-level meetings with the Biden administration. Trump needs to pay just $175 million to put his $454 million civil fraud judgment on hold during his appeal, an appellate court ruled, giving the former president a crucial win on the cusp of a financial deadline. The Biden administration hit alleged Chinese hackers with sanctions and criminal charges, while the UK accused Beijing of hacking its electoral register to steal voters' information. Shohei Ohtani broke his silence on the fallout from a betting scandal that linked the baseball star's longtime interpreter to an illegal bookmaker who is under investigation. He said he never bet on baseball or asked anyone to do it for him, in the Dodgers star's first public statement since his interpreter was fired amid a gambling scandal. Florida passed a law that prohibits people under 14 years old from having social media accounts, regardless of parental consent. The reason the Prime Minister of the Caribbean island Anguilla told the New York Times the nation feels blessed has nothing to do with its white sand beaches or typical 80-degree temps year-round. Rather, it's the country's internet domain, the now coveted .ai. With artificial intelligence the focus of the tech world, Anguilla reaped $32 million last year from selling website names, accounting for more than 10% of the country's GDP. Trader Joe's raised the price of its bananas for the first time in 20-plus years. The National Football League, NFL, has decided to eliminate the hip drop tackle from the game. This action was taken after a unanimous agreement among team owners. In another development, music streaming platform Spotify is extending its services to include streaming of classes. Several U.S. states are advocating for pay raises for teachers, a change not seen in several decades. This shift comes as a reaction to more education funding being channeled towards other areas in the education system, leaving teachers' salaries stagnant.
Thank you for experiencing today's Middleway News Daily Update. We hope you enjoyed today's top news highlights and summaries. Be sure to check out our other Middleway news services, products, summaries, updates, videos, podcasts, and more.
Thank you for watching the Middleway News Daily Update.